Jada Pinkett Smith. Slap. Reaction. Scene. Hello, I'm H.G. Tudor. I've explained to you in a separate video what motivated Will Smith to hit Chris Rock. I've also explained in another video, the cold commercial break, the reaction of Jada Pinkett Smith in the aftermath of that event. But you are probably aware of another video that's been doing the rounds on social media, which was shot from behind Jada Pinkett Smith and Will Smith, which provides us with more evidence of the reaction of Jada Pinkett Smith post-slap. This is very much worth analysis to help you understand what's going on with regard to her, what's going through her mind, and why she's doing as she does. There'll be many people that will provide an opinion on the internet about this. Many of them get it completely wrong because they fail to understand it through the dynamics and the lens of a narcissist. I'm going to provide you with that. But first, let's just play the clip. It's only 40-odd seconds long, which you'll see has been purloined from elsewhere. And so you have to put up with the slightly annoying voice at the beginning, rather than your glorious narrator stentorian tones. So let's play the clip, and then let's have it analysed.
Here is an angle most people have not seen. Look at Jada's reaction.
It was a G.I. Jane.
Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth!
I'm going to, okay? So I can go. Okay. That was the greatest night in the history of television. Okay. So we are here to give a documentary.
Okay, you've now seen the clip. You may have watched it a couple of times to savour the reactions. It starts as Smith makes his way back to his seat after having administered a slap to Chris Rock. Chris Rock remarks, "Will Smith just slapped the shit out of me." You'll notice that at this remark, Jada Pinkett Smith laughs. She doesn't look at her husband. There's no admonishment of him. No, "Thank you for defending me, dear husband." No hand being reached out to pat him as if to say, "Well done," or a nod of approval. There's nothing. What's going on? Well, remember, when Rock made the joke with reference to G.I. Jane 2, this was challenge fuel, and it threatened Jada Pinkett Smith's unconscious need for control. And therefore, her narcissism needed to assert control by nullifying that threat. It didn't choose the first assertion of control, direct, and it went down the route of an indirect assertion of control through what she showed to Smith, said to Smith, and his subsequent reaction of going and smacking Chris Rock one across the chops. That done, it then allowed the achievement of control in the unconscious mind of Jada Pinkett Smith. Therefore, that moment is over. And what you must remember is that when you're dealing with a narcissist, each moment has no relation to the next moment unless the narcissism deems it necessary. We compartmentalize. So the way to think of it is that each second of the narcissist's daily existence is a ribbon, and each ribbon is separate and different. And therefore, that's why the narcissist can do something at ribbon 1 and then at ribbon number 17, which are diametrically opposed, but not see anything wrong with it because of this compartmentalization. She laughs because by that stage, you might be thinking to yourself, well, hang on a second. Why on earth are you laughing at the man that has just insulted you or taken the piss out of your hair? And the fact that you've got alopecia. Why are you now laughing at his jokes? Doesn't that make you a hypocrite? Well, of course it does. Many narcissists are. But the reason that she does so isn't because she sits there and thinks to herself, oh, well, I'll just laugh at him even though he's just insulted me. What the hell? The slap is now in the past. It effectively has evaporated into the ether. And we're now in a new moment. And in that new moment, she has control. Smith's actions allowed her the unconscious sense of control. And she's got it. She got it over Rock indirectly and over Smith directly by the look that she gave to him or whatever she may have said to him. And therefore the threat to control has been nullified. Essentially, all is well in the world of the narcissist. And we now move into the next moment, onto that next ribbon. And she can laugh because there is no threat to control at that juncture. The relevant appliances that are on her radar are under control, so she can laugh. And she can do so as part of the facade of being a kind and jolly person, even though her reaction, of course, is incongruous to laughing at the man that she just found worthy of at least an eye roll. Why is it that she offers nothing to Will Smith? After all, hasn't he just done the chivalrous thing, or some might say a foolish thing, of going up there and laying on the slap on Chris Rock? He's defended his wife's honour. He strode in there like the battle-hardened knight and administered rough justice to the denigrate that was stood before him. Surely that merits blowing him a kiss, or a little touch on the knee, or even a whispered, "Thank you, darling." Yet there is nothing that comes from her. Why? Well, first of all, she has no emotional empathy for her husband, and therefore she's not motivated by that to do anything. Furthermore, her narcissism decrees it's not necessary. Remember, narcissism operates on an economy setting. It wants the most for the least. It wants to achieve those prime aims with the minimum of expenditure. And therefore, since Smith's under control, Rock's under control, why need do anything else? She doesn't. Hence, there's no response. She has no sense of accountability to the relationship, in the sense of, he's defended me, I should thank him. Therefore, she doesn't. And, of course, her rampant sense of entitlement is on display. In effect, you should have done that anyway. So what do you want from me, a medal? It's the least that you could have done. Tupac would have shot him. So there's no reaction from her towards him. She offers nothing to him because of the absence of emotional empathy, no sense of accountability, and her sense of entitlement. Smith then verbally abuses Chris Rock. Note at this juncture, Jada Pinkett Smith doesn't feel it appropriate to perhaps restrain her husband and say, okay, that's enough, or you're making an idiot of yourself now, or that isn't on, we're at the Oscars, darling, calm down. No, she just glances at him and then back to Chris Rock. Why? She's drinking in all of the fuel. She looks at her husband and then back at Chris Rock like some imperious, lofty empress watching two gladiators fighting on her behalf. Chris Rock explains it was a joke. Will Smith continues with repeating his verbal abuse. At that point, Jada Pinkett Smith doesn't even look at Will Smith. Why is this? She has them both under control. Smith is shouting up on her behalf. Rock isn't doing anything to threaten her control. Therefore, nothing more is needed from her. Moreover, she is feeling the effect of the fuel that's flowing. It's pouring from Smith. He's proximate to her. Therefore, it's a large amount. Although he's directing his tirade towards Rock, that was generated by her. She effectively sent him into battle because of the hold that she has over him. Therefore, because she occasioned his response, that means that the fuel, his emotional reaction, belongs to her. Because it's proximate, she can see the look on his face, hear the words he's using, hear the tone by which they're issued. She can see his body language, the look in his eyes. It's a large amount of fuel in that instance. Also, he's the intimate partner primary source, making him highly potent in terms of the fuel. In that particular moment, even though it's a few seconds, she receives a massive dose of fuel. She's also waiting for Chris Rock's reaction, because that will provide fuel also, because it's occasioned by proxy through Will Smith. In essence, what would be going through her mind is she'll be feeling the power of all of this and probably was thinking, look at these two men sparring over me, just as it should be. All is well in the world. And indeed, all is well in her world because she has control and the receipt of fuel. She has no desire to halt her husband. She doesn't care if he makes a fool of himself, because if there was any repercussion, she would just say, I didn't ask you to do that. Denial, revision of history. You took it upon yourself. You've got to put your big boy pants on and deal with the aftermath of it all. She's no desire to stop him making a fool of himself or even supporting him, because she's getting what she wants, and it's she that matters. It then moves on with Chris Rock stating that was the greatest night in the history of television. And she gives a slight laugh. Why? Well, again, this is incongruous reaction, isn't it? Why is she finding the words of a man who's just insulted her humorous? Because of the compartmentalization. And she's moved into the next moment again. She's got the control, she's got the fuel, and therefore she can deign to laugh. Of course, it will be the hollow, chill laugh of an empty individual such as her. Thus, this new-found footage, providing you with a different angle of matters, has caused many people to speculate on her reaction and what's going on. Now you know precisely, from me, the expert, as to what it all means. Show your appreciation for this video. Get it shared to ensure that people receive the right information, rather than continue to flounder in the fog. I'm H.G. Tudor. Thank you for listening.